feel late with this one. And then just suddenly someone has to drill something in some place. Doing this, a chapter with full of information as things finally turn very strong serious. One wonders what awaits us next. Then again, that's one of the charms of Kingdom, don't we? We never know, at the same time we always do know what's gonna happen. Either way, hi for those who are watching, it's me, the Angry and the Fan, the Despair Reviewer. Bringing the fact that, well, apparently I was wrong. There was someone, no, not someone. There were news that said that I went back from a chapter after listening to the advice of a commentator. And if you are watching this and I forgot your name, then I deeply apologize. This is my shout out to you. Thank you for saying that. It said that Jan and Shin had entered an alliance after that funeral with Saitaku. I'm still a bit skeptic, but for now, let's just say it's true that has happened. So, now that we are out of that way, first of all, Shin is called for all the commanders, and of course, he is the last one to arrive, because he got lost and all that stuff. You know, the one thing I dislike about Shin is the fact that he is always the scapegoat, the one who always end up in the embarrassing situations. Yet at the same time, I feel like he is the one who is most unique of the world. Either way, during this one, Olsen decides to tell them all about something they should immediately heading off to. They're now gonna change their. It's here that they're gonna change their directions from Kinan onwards and be making to Gyu instead, which is still secret. This was only well known for the three commanders. Heike, of course, protest. But the suppliers of foods has arrived. So even though they protest, Olsen just threatens them saying that it is your responsibility to see the time movement of your respective army. And if any one of you fail, then the commanding officer will be executed. So I guess that answered the question. How do Olsen lead the people? Well, he leads them with fear and threats. Although we know the fact that Gyo is this destruction of Gyo is gonna be much more bigger than we think. Either way, the three young prodigies of Chin are the only ones who's looking forward to that. Although that's given to the fact that they have actually expected this. However, Moten says that even though they're now gonna change direction, he is very certain they are gonna notice. So, and that's true. Riboku is certainly gonna notice. So, with that in mind, it says that we're all gonna catch Riboku with our pants down. Back on the field, no, not the field. Back in Sao, Riboku, hearing about Castle Kaneli fallen, as he still wonders what's happening. It also turns out that Urdu is attacking the city of Sekai, who actually is home to a unknown monster. If there's one thing we have learned, which by the way this man lampshades, which Batei, that unknown monster we saw that was a vessel of Kisu, lampshaded, is that sometimes monsters are hidden in the most unknown places. Turns out that Sekai, let's just say that. It sounds very similar to world in Japanese, but anyway, holds an unknown monster called Shibashu. And apparently it was a rumor that said he was bedridden and even dead. However, Riboku tells them that he's not dead, nor is he bedridden. He just simply doesn't want to serve the Sao capital, which he apparently despises, the central Sao. Isn't this very similar to, Rempa said? He abandoned Sao because he didn't like the king and he had arguments with that king. I even think he even thought the king disgusting, the fact because of the king's orientation, but that's another thing. But that king has been noted to be quite twisted a little bit. So it may be very well so that Shibashu also thought that king twisted, but unlike Rempa, he decided not to defect, but instead, I will not move from anything other than my own city. And it turns out that he was so strong he was even considered to be a candidate of the free heavens, which Fute actually takes very harsh, seeing that he said he wanted to be the man with the last, on that place. And that's when Bata says that you will only find monsters in the Basin like that. So elsewhere, but Shibasho heads out to face Ordo, while Riboku still wonders what are Shin really planning. So he asks the question, what has happened to Shin Suju doing? And according to a vessel, they say that has remained at Yuka due to suspicious behavior by Shin. Something like the messenger and the food supplies. And so it happens. Riboku still wonders. They have deceived us all. They discover that Kinnan is a checkpoint for the military supply lines. And he discovered that it's not a faking line. And the majority of food supplies will, in remaining, can grab them and make it towards a new destination. But why would this joint army of 2,000 men go? Well, they will go to the royal capital. It's then, as for the second time in this manga, by the way. Well, we have seen sometimes where Riboku has had what we can call a villainous breakdown, but it's mostly been like, breakdown. The first breakdown he has was when he actually got fed up with Shin and said to them, now this truly means war. As I said before in that review, I don't know if you watched it, I said that Riboku is a man that I sometimes cannot trust because I feel like he's hiding so much of his true feelings. And for the first time he actually said things he has never said before. Arrogance. Riboku has never been one for arrogance, and you tell me just now, suddenly, he became all arrogant? And this is the second time Riboku has a breakdown. Although it's not exactly known if this is a breakdown of fear or just simply what the hell, but I think it's more of a line of what the hell, because as he slams his fist in very loud so all of his vessels react, he screams, "Are you out of your minds, Shin?" And so the reports to Shinshu would be that the 2,000 Shin soldiers at Kinnan had vanished without a trace. They were all heading towards Guo. Yeah, they really caught Riboku off guard. I mean, this was a little bit too fast, but hey, we all expected it, right? We all expected Riboku to snatch up on this a little bit a little quickly. Still, the fact that not even Riboku considers this an idea is a bit of a shock. This actually means that Shin for the first time actually did manage to outsmart Riboku. Because they did the one thing not a sane man can do, attack the second largest capital city in Sao. They now have the supplies have reached them, they can reach that city. However, what one can ask ourselves now is, what then? Who knows? All I know is that the army has vanished without a trace. Well, I doubt they went underground, but that since they decided to head off immediately during the night, it is obvious they have already been heading up towards there. So now the battle starts. The strange thing is, though, I thought only the young commanders would head towards Guo. I know. I just said that Guo is the second largest city in Sao, so it's impossible with even the young commanders. But, now I'm gonna ask you commentators a little help again, because this slipped my mind again. I actually forgot what Shin and the rest of the young commanders' job were. Because in the end, because they were supposed to be the real infiltrators, what I know of. But either way, this is what's happening. Riboku is caught off guard, and the real battle starts now. Give me your thoughts if you have any.